So, welcome along and joining me in round number 3 of this 4th season with Williams. Second or above is our target, and if you are just joining us, there is a spoiler alert because Theo and Pourchaire rounded off a 1-2 in Jeddah last time out, and before that it was Stroll first and Theo in P4. So we're actually in a phenomenal position. We are manufacturing still. Pit crew's exhausted a little bit, but we've already sorted them out, and we've manufactured an underfloor as well. So we'll just show you the car. It is pretty good on everything, exactly what we want. We don't have anything new currently ready, so we are just looking after things as well. Let's just check our car parts, or even if we go this way, yeah, we're pretty good on everything. Chassis we should have coming anyway. Let's check cars, manufacturer, chassis, yes. Don't need to improve much at all. Now we can move some facilities, so I'm going to refresh the suspension, and I'm going to do the wind tunnel at 12 million. So big upgrade on the wind tunnel. So performance targets, well, we've got to get both drivers in Q2 surely, with both drivers in Q3 in Australia. Fastest lap finishing position, I'm going to go both cars in the top 4 because we've got a pretty big gap over the rest of the field. Qualifying position streak is in there as well. So let's see what we can do. We move to Australia and we'll move to qualifying. So end of Q1 is about to complete, and we set one time and we didn't go back out again. It was absolutely perfect, and you can see we are through nicely. 118.0, 118.1. Look at the Hasses. 118.2 is coming on really strong as well. So qualifying in Q2, I'll probably just use some softs. We should have the advantage to even get through on them sort of tyres. Let's find out. So we'll send Stroll straight away. We'll send Pourchaire straight away. And now let's see. If we did an 18.0 last time out, we've got a few cars coming out, none that are going to get really in our way too much. We might get a bit of DRS actually. 118.0 turns to an 18.0 again. Stroll 3 tenths off the pace. Might sneak through though. So everyone get ready. 4 minutes to go. Verstappen and Leclerc have put in awful laps and they're only 11th and 12th. Drogovic has gone P2. We're not gone out again. Verstappen and Leclerc both now have clear air. So they're probably going to absolutely shoot up this grid unless their pace has just gone. And let's find out. They should be probably going purple. Ocon's got one. Leclerc is improving. There you go. Verstappen into P1. And Leclerc surely will follow then. Yes, Leclerc into P4. Stroll slipping down. We're actually going to make it through, thankfully. And we saved a set of tyres because we did that on used tyres too. So you'll see when we come in here, look, saved some lovely tyres for both of them. That's going to massively help. So qualifying 3, up and running. All comes down to this. Let's go with Stroll. Let's go with Pourchaire, see what our first time lap will be. Hopefully we get no traffic. 2 have already come out of the pits, and we're going to get a nice clear run. 17.9 is the quickest lap we've seen so far. We're going to come round. 17.8, we've upped the ante. 17.8, Pourchaire, well off the pace. So now sending both cars. Pourchaire needs to be improving on these new set of tyres, and we've got enough gap to be able to not have any traffic as well. So let's watch the sector times. 3 tenths is the gap. We've got to watch Verstappen, who's gone yellows at the moment. Leclerc, I think, is behind us, potentially about to start his, and will come through then. So sector 1 will be Stroll to come through first. And can we improve? Very high rubber. He doesn't improve. It's 26.3 to 26.3 for Pourchaire. That's no slouch of a time still. Verstappen improves in the final sector, only P2. Now through the middle, 19.0. Followed by an 18.9. Pourchaire is flying along. Tsunoda goes into P3. Gasly P4. Leclerc goes back to P3. Let's cross the line then. Lance Stroll going to hold on to pole position potentially here. Lance Stroll does. Where's Pourchaire going to go? Onto pole. He takes it from Stroll. Stroll couldn't improve on that final run. I don't think Verstappen is on a quick lap at all. And he is out. It's a 1-2 start again for us. I mean, it might be the first time we've actually done a P1, P2. And look at the gap. 3 tenths, just under 3 tenths quicker than the Red Bull. Fantastic. We are going for 3 in a row. 3 in a row, imagine that, with a 3/10 advantage. So we have set, and it looks like, from what I can see, that a 2-stop is actually quick around Australia. It wanted me to go 1-stops religiously, but we haven't. So we've gone P1 and P2. We have gone for the medium soft soft and the soft soft medium. So reverse strategy. And let's see what we can do in the race. Don't think there's any rain on the way either. And here we go. P1, P2, we line the grid. Let's see what we can now do as we will go on board. They held us long. We'll go on board with Pourchaire. We'll go back to Verstappen, who gets a lovely start on Stroll. On the mediums, remember, Stroll. So we're going to do our standard. Let's cut down. Let's cut down. Let's not use these tyres heavy. Sonoda's up to P4. That Alpine coming on leaps and bounds. What a start from Sonoda after a good qualifying. So Pourchaire, P1. Stroll just hanging in there. Leclerc dropped back to P5. Russell and Norris, look at them struggling in the Ferraris after these 2026 regulation changes. They are really, really struggling. Out front though, because we're not pushing the tyres, Verstappen is all over the back of us. Currently 2/10, 3/10, and that might get us before we even have DRS enabled, which is a couple of laps away. And you can see by tyres, wow, Verstappen on used set of softs, 88%. I mean, they must have burnt quite a lot of tyres in qualifying, whereas we went through on the absolute bare minimum pretty much. And you can see we've already got that gap up to 6/10 now. So just going to top up. We're not going to push too hard. Top up again. And actually Stroll is looking good for Max. P3. P3 and P1. Now Max all over the back of us. He is going to probably make a move. No, he's not. So fastest lap goes to Charles Leclerc, who's down in P5. DRS is now enabled, and that's enabled for Verstappen, who closes on in. He's going to have to make a very early pit stop in this race if he wants to catch us. But at the minute, he doesn't need to because we're absolutely fine. Let's see and continue on though. P3 for Stroll, who is just a second out now. Where can we get to? 4/10 second. We need to kind of Stroll to push a little bit, although he's only just behind. Can he get back within a second? He can, just about. Don't think DRS will be enabled though. It will be. Just got into the right point, and we are enabled. Verstappen now finally getting past Pourchaire. So that's not too bad actually. We're doing okay. 3/10, and that tyre is already down to 78%. Stroll keeping within a second. Can he go 3 wins in a row to start the season? Pourchaire just losing ground. 7/10 of a second away. Still keeping in though. Trying to keep in as much as he can. I think Verstappen's trying to break the toe at the minute. But we're going to hang on, and Stroll's also going to get DRS, which is even better. Leclerc's only P5. So with Pourchaire down the straight, we are an improved team this season by a long shot. Battling for the wins already, and look, we're already closing on Verstappen, who went for them used softs. No one's on the hard, so a lot of people I think will potentially 1 or 2 stop. I think some could go 1. That might be the issue that we have. But down the straight, lap 5, we are continuing to push, and we are now, even without pushing, really, really catching. We're going to move to light. And look at this, we're already making a move on Max. And that is fantastic. Come on. Come on, here we go. Look at that, round there. Down the straight we go. They're both in the background attacking each other. And it's Max Verstappen with DRS, who's just going to get through. Not good, he says, not good. And now we catch back up into turn 3. But looking after tyres, that's the main thing. That's all we've got to do. So lap 9, tyres are a little bit cold, but we're still absolutely bang there. As you can see, Pourchaire now all over the back of the Red Bull. We haven't pulled the trigger. We have been just looking after. You can see 15% better based on the fact that he also used tyres at the start. So we've got to finish in the top 4. We've got a great chance, especially with Leclerc sat behind Sonoda. And Sonoda not really having the pace to get past Stroll. Everyone is, I mean, he's on mediums as well, Sonoda, so he's actually going pretty strong. We've got tyres that are slightly cold, because we were on light, so we'll just increase the pace. And Pourchaire is back ahead now, and he goes around the final corner, down the straight. Red Bull Verstappen has DRS again. Is he going to make the move? Potentially. He's got DRS again down to turn 3. And we are going to concede position, but that's alright. That is okay. So on lap 14, Pourchaire has slowly increased the pace. Now, because we've been managing, I am going to send him on an absolute deployment, and that is to try and take the fastest lap back away from Max Verstappen. You can see already 8 tenths separated. We're going to just try and break the toe as well from Tsunoda. So already a second, he's out of DRS as Pourchaire starts a lap of full push, and he does a purple sector look. That's how quick he was. Stroll nearly now a second from Tsunoda, pushing hard, and he is a second of Verstappen pretty much. Pourchaire should be going purple, and he goes purple in the first. And now Stroll, only 6 tenths behind Max. Stroll has absolutely caught him up like a trooper, and I feel like Verstappen's tyres are about to go off the cliff. Let's look at the last lap times compared to Pourchaire as we go round the outside. And we are going to move up to P2 by the look of it. DRS will be for the Red Bull. And you can see across the line a 22.0. It was a 24.1. We were 2 seconds quicker with Pourchaire. And now we're going to cut back down and top up. So brilliant pace there from Pourchaire. Stroll, 2 out of 2 so far. Obviously Theo in the championship as well. We'll be looking for his win. Well, Max Verstappen probably just holding us up a little bit. Let's use the ERS. Not using the tyres yet. Let's see if we can just push. As DRS is open and closes, and now we'll move again. And we're going to go to the outside. Are we going to get back through? We are going to get into P2. DRS again unless he pits. He doesn't pit, so the Red Bull is going to have DRS down the straight. Are we going to stay ahead though? We're deploying everything. The answer is no. Cannot keep ahead. Verstappen using that DRS very wisely at the moment. We go on board. We'll watch how quick we are. Still lapped quicker. Verstappen is having to push, and he was only 7 tenths quicker with DRS as well. So just shows you the pace differential of the drivers and the cars. Again, DRS opens for Stroll, and we can't get through. So we'll deploy now. See if he pits. Does he box? He doesn't. We should get DRS out of the corner with ERS. We're going to ignore that. Looks like we're not going to go for a move at the minute.
Lance, we need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah. Here we go. To the left-hand side, one of the best overtaking opportunities on the track. We move ahead, and we're into P2 just about. And now, hopefully, we can start moving away. Tyres are absolutely fine here. We're going to... Where are we? 21 seconds probably. I mean, it's going to bring us quite a bit down. A lot of mediums out there. So I want to probably extend with at least Pourchaire for a little bit. Where is he? He's currently in the pit window. And last lap was a 23.7. This lap he's going to do a 23.3. Stroll's here 23.5. And we're probably on pace with Leclerc there then, who's catching Verstappen. And we don't really need to... We just got to watch the gap. 20-second pit stop roughly. And there's a yellow flag. That's now ended. And it's Vasseur locking up, who moves down in the Haas, unfortunately for him. So we should be doing pretty decent times. Looking at the intervals, Verstappen's only 4 tenths behind Stroll. Picked up his pace as Verstappen. And as we come through to cross the line, lap time is okay. Stroll's is okay. Verstappen, a 10th in it. Let's get attacking now with Pourchaire. And we probably will pit Pourchaire this time. We're going to go on to another set of softs. I think while we're in the pack, we'll go on to softs. So he'll come in, and he's absolutely pushing at the moment. We'll continue that push. Lapping around 1.6 seconds quicker than Verstappen, which is great. Stroll just has now shifted Verstappen out to 1.8. Remember, on the mediums. He's coming into the pit window as well. as Pourchaire is now going to pit. So Pourchaire in, Stroll will continue. Good stop needed by the team. We've been working on it. Verstappen is now in. So what we're going to do is going to move to aggressive. We're not going to be pitting just yet. Pourchaire's pit stop time is 3.2. It's not too bad. Verstappen, look, wow, out the back. Where are we going to come out though? There's Gasly.
Yeah, just keep an eye on your mirrors.
Pourchaire does come out, but he's going to be under attack from Gasly. Quite crucial that we actually stay ahead, really. Don't want to lose time at all here. And as Pourchaire now broke that 6 tenths, it is 7 tenths, it is improving all the time. If we get that to a second, and then we'll cut down. And I think we've nearly got it to a second. Quite quickly. Stroll continues, and it is now a second, so we will cut down. Look after that. Doing well. Leclerc now in the pits on the softs, and Pourchaire is going to be miles ahead of him. He's got mediums. Stroll is still going. Let's go to attack with Stroll for a couple of laps then. So it's definitely Stroll's turn for a pit stop. He has done quite past his medium tyre stints because he was only supposed to do around 25 laps. He's done 2 or 3 times faster than that, or longer. Verstappen is out there currently in traffic. That's why he hasn't got through. And they're grouped up together currently with these low runner mediums. So that is going to work truly into our hands nicely. Look at them. They're all struggling behind what is Valtteri Bottas, which is Zhou Guanyu. So Stroll coming back out. Decent pit time. He's going to get ahead of that train as well, and that is going to be as comfortable as we can be. Look at that for tyre management. We are looking very strong. We've got loads of fuel remaining as well. Even better. We can really now start to push. We're looking very strong. Very strong. Got to go to mediums after this. And what we'll probably do here is with Stroll, we'll probably just put a lap of attack in for the fastest lap. So let's just push that and push the ERS, and that should secure a fastest lap as well because Magnussen's got it at the moment. So let's push for a full lap. We might catch that car just if we are absolutely flying. Pourchaire's out there as well. Might give him a lap next time round. Remember, it's all to play for. Into team battle at the minute. We're probably going to catch this guy too quick actually because we are motoring. Maybe if DRS helps us get past. But we are absolutely catching him up. DRS at this next straight might come too early. It might come perfect timing. I don't think it is. I think we're going to just lose out some time here. We're going to push Pourchaire for a lap though. Might still be a fastest lap though, because DRS will open here. And now we'll fly past. Stroll does take the fastest lap. Doesn't improve. 34.5 in the last sector. So not a great time. And already we've dropped that car by a second. So 24.5. Pourchaire gone green in the first sector. And it was only the final sector that cost Stroll. Green again in the middle. And then now we will come down to the last sector. We're out of ERS, which is fine. Let's top up, see if he gets the fastest lap time. He does. He takes the fastest lap of Stroll. So P1, P2. And looking at the overall, we did a 20.8 and a 20.4. Stroll takes it back. Well, Stroll did do the fastest lap then. So 20.4. And looking at the leader pace, I mean, that is, well, just a couple of tenths quicker, 6 tenths quicker. That's not too bad at all. Looking at the overall time, we're 17 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen now. We are absolutely laughing this up. This is a walk in the park at the moment, and we've just got to keep it that way. So Pourchaire has increased that gap to 21.9. Now he sent Pourchaire on an absolute hammering to try and get that gap so he doesn't come out behind Max. Max is just coming around the final corners. It's a good stop, or for us, 3.5. Where is Max Verstappen coming down the straight? Where is Pourchaire? He is out comfortably ahead, and I think they've still got to make a pit stop potentially as well. We could even absolutely destroy them in this race, which is beautiful to see a Red Bull on the other side of domination. Pourchaire, P2. Stroll, still got to come back for some softs actually, as we get these mediums up to speed. 13.3 seconds gap Pourchaire from Stroll. And now we'll move them tyres to standard. He can chill to the end. There is Stroll. Looking good. So we've extended the stint out again, 20.7 and to Verstappen, so that's why we've been just extending. Now we could have probably done a one stop, and I think that actually some of these are doing a one stop. It's a two stop that's worked absolutely brilliant. You can see Stroll did a 21.0, Pourchaire's done a 20.9, still faster by a second or so from Verstappen. So he'll come into the pits now, Stroll. He doesn't necessarily need to win this race. If you want to take the championship, obviously he's got 2 wins out of 2 so far, so we could prioritise Stroll. And it's a good pit stop practice, 3.3. Verstappen coming down the straight. There is the Williams, and he continues on. So P2 quite comfortably as well. We're going to do another fastest lap attempt here for Stroll. Just going to cruise now on the mediums. I think we will probably move Stroll into the lead of this race. I think it's Stroll that we're going to prioritise the championship, especially when he's won 2 out of 2. Who's one behind? Can Drogovic catch Leclerc and Verstappen? He's only 2.6 behind. And lapping last time round around the same pace. Will they have to pit again though? 10 laps to go. Doesn't look like it, as Stroll comes through. So we'll do one more lap with Stroll as he now gets these tyres up to condition. We'll go to standard. And who is he catching at the minute? There is one car ahead. Pourchaire is there. Only 4.2. I think we are going to prioritise Stroll. Pourchaire might not be happy because he's only third race. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. We are now a team leader. We've got to make the big decisions. Let's push Stroll for a lap. And let's see what he can do. Can he get a purple? Purple sectors is needed. Doesn't. I mean, I can't see Max Verstappen unless he comes out for softs with a few laps to go. They're on 45.46. Looking at the lap times, Drogovic is catching them quite comfortably. Can the Haas get ahead? Looking at intervals, looking at Stroll, doesn't improve in the first sector. What about through the middle? Purple in the middle. And here is Pourchaire, look. We'll cut them down after them, we'll let them fight themselves as we come round. And it should be a new fastest lap by Stroll, especially on these tyres. I don't think it was. He did go purple. Maybe not. Let's see if he does go purple again in the first sector though. Quite surprised that actually wasn't a fastest lap. It was just the first sector. I mean, he goes purple again this time round. Surely he can't have enough ERS or anything less here. We're catching Pourchaire pretty rapidly. And we are absolutely flying. Not through the middle though. And we're now fighting each other. Let's cut back down to standard. Let's go top up. We'll let them fight. It's up to them. And I think Stroll is quickly going to take potentially control of this. And he is now on the inside. There is a back marker coming into play. Of, who is that? Is that Piastri? It is Piastri. Who is not getting out of the way. Who is not getting out the way. And now we finally get both of them past. Now Pourchaire, I think we will. Just don't fight, teammate. We don't want anything stupid to happen with this one. And we're going to lap the next car, who is Danny Rick, down the road. So final lap in Australia, and it has been pure dominance. Verstappen held on to that one stop. He's down on 30% tyres, like Leclerc on 27. I don't think they're going to get overtaken, no. So it's going to be a Red Bull P3 and P4 again. Stroll is going to take victory. He's going to do the medium soft stint, and obviously Pourchaire with the soft medium. But he's going to come home 2 seconds ahead. I mean, we're nearly catching Russell, who's just come round the final corner. That shows you where he is this race. Ferrari, nowhere. But Williams, up there. It is P1 for Stroll. 3 out of 3 for Lance Stroll. Pourchaire coming home in P2. It is easy domination so far. We are so far clear. This is our season. get in. 3 out of 3, and fastest laps for Stroll. It is beautiful victory. Nice and easy as well. I mean, don't expect this to stay as it is. Red Bull will come back at us. But look at that, 1:18.7. I mean, that's 2.2 seconds quicker than the Red Bull a lap. That's madness. But Lance Stroll takes P1 76. He's already got a decent gap of 28 points opening up. In the Constructors, 87 versus 126, 39 points. Nice and easy. 3 wins, 3 podiums, 3 fastest laps. Sadly, 2 pole positions. Pit stops are getting better. 3.2, one of our quickest. So we are getting better. First, second, first, second, first, second. What a weekend for the team. And this money is going to fly in the further we go. Absolutely brilliant. We get to Baku next, which is probably going to be another circuit that is going to help us. It is looking so good for this Williams team.